What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Superhero Swag. This is your host, 16 the Icon, aka Mr. Superhero Swag. And today we have the Marvel Legends series Cyclops and Jean Grey in their original 1980s outfits. Marvel Girl and Cyclops in their man, this is awesome, but at the same time, it is a redo, and we are going to go over the old versions of these figures. The Bucky Cap mold, which this paint job, this was the Toys R Us exclusive right here of this exact same figure that we have here, although now it is much improved, pinless, and bigger. Now, a lot of the articulation is the same, and fortunately for us all, he does have boot cut. Now, he has double jointed, pinless knees and elbows. He's got the ab crunch and the waist swivel, and you know I like that because I want the most articulation. I want as much articulation as possible. So I can get him into those crouching poses where he is shooting his optic blast. I can get him in the pose with him and Jean Grey on the front of X-Men 130. What was it? No, was that 135? I can't remember what. Everybody jump down in the comments and tell me what comic book was it with the two of these. And they were like, he's guarding her and they have to fight the Shi'ar for Phoenix's honor because she had, destroyed a planet. And yeah, but these two are definitely good updates to their predecessors. Now, let me show the predecessors here. Let's do this. This pissed everybody off. And what they had to figure out was that the skirt needed to split. Now, see, I split mine because I need that articulation. Now, she does have the split on this side, and she's supposed to have the split on this side, and they are being comic accurate, and I appreciate that. She doesn't have it on this side. I don't think I'll have to do it with this figure. This figure was, I mean, it's kind of still the same legs. You know what I mean? But for some reason, she stands a little easier. Not a lot easier because they still put her on those heels, but she does still stand. Let me get down there for you. There you go. She does still stand pretty easily. And she also has double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. The ab articulation is not going to be like, they did a little better for her X Force, uh, her X Factor counterpart. She actually has the proper articulation so that she can bend over. But I understand that they can't do that for every figure. They can't do that for every figure. This is definitely a much needed update on her original Marvel Girl costume. The only thing that I have a problem with, and I'm going to have to get a blow dryer sometime soon, is that one of the knees, okay, there it is. This one right here, that part of the knee will move, but I'm really scared to move this other part right here because I don't want to break the leg. I don't want to break the leg. I'm really only probably going to have her standing until I get a blow dryer because, spoiler alert, she's not going to really wear this suit in the story that I'm doing in the Marvel, in my shorts universe, in my action figure universe. She's not going to wear this outfit. This action figure, this model is not articulated enough. It's not going to do the action poses I need it to do. It's basically just there to stand in place and look pretty and represent what she looks like in the 80s. That's all that she is really going to be there for. Okay. She's not going to do anything else but look pretty. And she does. Everything is accurate to the way she was in the book, all the way down to the gold gloves, lines in the boots, gold boots, all of it. Now, what they do is they do give you 2 head sculpts. So let's pop that off. And then right here, she's going to give you, this one's more chill. This one's I'm using my power. Let's go. Okay. Both head sculpts are very nice. Unfortunately, with action figures with long hair, we're not going to get them to be able to look up. The posing as far as her, like if I wanted to make her levitate though, because she can do that, I can do that. And like I said, I'm really not going to take her through the ringer until I can get that blow dryer, because we do not want to mess that up. Want to give her floating she's using her telepathy to float. You want to give her that pose? I can put her on a flight stand and boom, boom, boom. That's cool. She also comes with these power effects that we've all seen a billion times. I may use these for her, but 9 times out of 10, these will get used for Iceman, because he has a big role. Another spoiler alert: he has a big role in the X-Men part of the story. And this figure, crazy enough, this figure, if anybody remembers that's been watching this channel long enough, I told myself to wait until they did an update. If anybody out there on the channel right now remembers how much I paid for the Toys R Us exclusive, even though this paint job is choice. This paint job is choice still to this day. He's definitely going to be not a peg warmer, but he will definitely be sitting in my classic X-Men display. I probably won't get a chance to. He'll be nice and standing up on display, representing this version. But now that I have this version with all the articulation, he's got upper thigh cut, he's got boot swivel, he's got pinless everything, he's got the intense head sculpt where he's gonna hit you with this new effect that they gave Cyclops, and you put it in like so, and then you throw this on there. There's a little peg that, boom, and then dun, 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 dun. And then he hits you with the optic blast. Now that's dope. They've been doing that, but they used to have a much a less a less spectacular looking one is what they had. And I have those as well. Now what I need to do is find out if the old effect actually fits in this ice lid, because then that's variations. Variations. We like choices. We like options. We like those. We like options a lot. So I mean, this set is dope. I like the set. I love having these figures in the updated. That, like I told you, like I tell you guys every time I do a toy review, this is all about me updating my collection. So that lets you know I needed an update to this guy. The paint job is woo. Paint job is 2 thumbs up. But updated articulation, pinless everything, so he'll be a lot more sturdy, and the colors pop a little better. Now let's get into those head swaps. We are actually going to put Jean off to the side because her articulation is not all there. I'm going to give you the gold expressive power hands. She's got those. You already saw her power effects. Alternate head sculpt, chill and aggressive. Now, the one who has the better articulation, the one that's going to be doing the most, the one suit that you will actually see in play, he's got it, man. This is a good base body for all you kit bashers out there. This is a good base body. And he's got this exact same head that he had for the X Factor. So a lot of people are like, okay, well, we've got chill mode, we've got a little aggressive, and then we've got right? Okay, so this head, because what if you want this suit to be aggressive, right? And guess what? It works. It works. And you know that when Hasbro does something I like, I always say, good job, Hasbro. Good job. Because what we want is for y'all to stop making color variations to characters to where when we try to do stuff like this, switch the head to get like a different expression on a figure, we can't do it because you're giving us just a tiny variation of color to where we can't do it unless we really want to fudge it. So glad you didn't do that here. So glad. So he can do all the different expressions. I can change him, and yes, I do have the Scott Summers unmasked head sculpt, and it is compatible. I mean, it's a little weird in the back, but depending on how you film it, you got Scott with his glasses on instead of his visor. And as I said a couple moments ago, we like options. We love options. Now, on the back of this box, let me move Scott out the way real quick. On the back of this box, you get some more options. You get Wolverine and Storm. And I've already got this version of Storm because I got the Thunderbird and Storm 2-pack. So, is she pinless? If she's pinless, then it might be worth it. But I've got so many, man, brown suit Wolverine, my God. And then, okay, here's the thing with the brown suit Wolverine. They keep getting the stripe in the middle wrong. Stop making the stripe in the middle so skinny. He's not a stripper. He's not like, what? Come on, dude. The stripe in the middle of his chest should be a lot thicker than it was on the Secret Wars. And I've seen reviews of this Wolverine, and I'm not digging the stripe on the chest of this one either. This one right here, Gambit and Rogue, a basketball toting Gambit for I mean, if you do action figure photography and you really want to go there, or someone like me who's doing an action figure universe and you might want to show the character in different outfits, then maybe. But this really, eh, at a Ross coming near you, coming to a Ross near you. I'm trying to tell you, bro, that's not popping. That's not popping. And until they, what they might be doing though, but I don't know if they'll do that. Do you guys think they'll do a Maximum Wolverine? And if they do, would they do brown suit or would they do tiger stripe? That's a good question. Because I mean, we all know they can double dip on Wolverine and we'll buy it. Am I lying? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, this is a good set, man. This is a good set. Cover art on the box is decent. X-Men 97. Yes, it's supposed to be X-Men 97, but bro, this is comic. This is look at this, bro. This is the comic book versions, bro. This is them. This is them. This is them right here. So yes, you can put it in your comic display. I'm definitely gonna put it in my comic display. This outfit was one of my Scott Summers, and my last name is Summers, so of course it's like I used to just like this character. I used to just like Cyclops anyway because he had this laser beam coming out of his eyes. That was dope. So yeah, to have this version because this, I grew up with him in the '80s, and this was the suit that he had before he went to this suit, and then later he went to this suit, and everybody just went crazy when animated series came out and he was in this suit. Now this is the cell shaded version, so I don't know if they'll actually be crazy enough to try and give us a non cell shaded version and try and double dip on this and maybe do something different with it. I hope not, because I pretty much got every Cyclops, man. I pretty much got every Cyclops. But I'm not gonna hold you guys up too much longer. This is that Marvel Legends 2-pack with Jean Grey and Cyclops in their classic 1980s outfits. It is a good pickup. Marvel Legends is definitely still doing their thing. There are a couple of things in some of the things that they're doing, like it's not Marvel Legends doing this though, but you watch the video on the GI Joe classified series, police officers, because I tell it like it is on that one. And also another video you might want to watch is my new Build-A-Figure idea that I have for the Atuma Build-A-Figure wave. All right, everybody, until next time, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and get notified. And until next time, peace.